Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to give you a BloFin tutorial. We're going to talk about how to place trades, how to trade futures on BloFin, and we're going to introduce you to the Quantoshi bot, which trades in the background completely hands off and earns you passive income. And you can earn up to $500 per week using the Quantoshi bot. First up, what is BloFin? Well, BloFin is a centralized exchange. It allows users to trade, buy and hold crypto assets, but there is no KYC. That means know your customer. KYC involves giving over your ID or your passport and basically telling the exchange everything about your income and your trading frequency. BloFin doesn't require any of that information. It's no KYC at all, which means you can trade without having to give over your ID. Now for me, I love BloFin. It's really easy to use. The black and orange makes it stand out and I think it looks pretty sleek. And it's super easy to place trades. This is the laptop version in this video, but the phone version is the exact same. All the terms, all the buttons are the exact same. And if you're in CC Pro, there is already a screenshot tutorial for the phone version. Now, if we head over to futures, you can see the layout of the charting section. So we have the chart here. This is Bitcoin on the 1 daily time frame, and you've got all these different tools down the side. Now, they relate to TradingView. It's the exact same setup as TradingView, but for me, I just prefer using TradingView itself on a separate window. If you've not checked out our TradingView tutorial, it's also on YouTube, and the link will be in the description. But for me, this is a great guide and it gives you a quick reference point. You've got the 4 hour, 1 hour, whatever time frame you want. And then over here, you have the trade history and the order book. Now, on the right hand side is where all the most important parts are. So you have leverage up here, which you can change from 1x all the way up to, for Bitcoin, 150x. And that will vary depending on the trading pair. Leverage basically means the multiplier on the amount you're going to invest. So 150x leverage means you're actually trading with 150 times the amount you put on for your trade. Higher the leverage, higher the risk, and the higher risk of liquidation. You also have different types of trades. So you have limit trade, market trade, and then you have trigger. Trigger is more complex and it's more for setting conditions. I don't use them too much, but there is trailing stop loss, which is quite handy, but it's a bit complex for this tutorial. Limit order basically means you set a limit. If the price hits that price, it'll enter the trade. So on Bitcoin, we've obviously had quite a nice rally today, but you might think, well, sometime soon it'll come back down to this level here, $99,800. When it does, that's when I want to enter. So you would set a limit order there and it would enter the trade for you there. Majority will use market orders. Market orders basically mean we're going into the market right now at the current market value. Down here you have buy long, sell short. Buy long basically means you're betting the price goes up. Sell short, you're betting the price goes down. And then lastly, most important, is your TP and SL. So TP and SL stands for take profit and stop loss. Now for me, when I'm setting TP and SL, I always use the advanced box. So if we were entering Bitcoin here, we would say we're going to spend $1,000 on the trade. We're going to set a take profit of $125,000. If it goes there, we're going to make $240 from just a small trade. At the same time, we're going to set a stop loss of $98,500. That means we'll lose just $22 if this trade goes against us. So that's like a 10x return on our risk. Now, because we've got 150x leverage, if we were to enter this trade here, it would only actually cost us $6.65. So to make over $200 return, that's actually really good. If we increase it $10,000, because of 150x leverage, it's going to cost us $66 to enter the trade. It also gives us a liquidation price, which is where we get completely wiped out. Now, next up, I'll show you a demo of me actually placing a trade. This was actually done yesterday before FOMC, so the values are slightly different, but it gives you an idea of how simple and how easy BloFin is to use. Okay, so for this tutorial, we've put $500 in our futures account. We're going to take a trade on Uniswap because from what I can see, it looks like it's at the bottom of its range. So as we can see on the daily time frame, it's almost like a double bottom here. You can see it goes back to this price target from way back in August 2024. So for me, this looks like a good risk to reward. The risk of it dropping way lower here is a bit lower, but the upside is huge potential. So we've put $500 in our account. We're going to trade with quite high leverage just for this example. We're going to use 50x leverage, and we're going to trade with $2,500 worth. Now this is only actually going to cost me $50 to place on the trade because it's 50x leverage. You can see down here, it gives me the liquidation price, so $3.85. If it drops below that, I get liquidated. I lose all $500. Let's go ahead and set our take profit and stop loss. So if we go up to $7, we're going to make $1,162 on this trade. That's a realistic target for Uniswap over the coming weeks and months. And we're just going to set our stop loss at $3.90. So we're going to lose the majority of our account, but for me, I'm fine with that on this trade. So we hit confirm and we hit buy long. And that's going to execute. It'll give you one more confirmation before you take the trade, and that is us. And now down here, you can monitor the trade. So you can close it, you can close it all, you can close it by a percentage, you can watch your P&L currently, and you can also see realized P&L. So this will sometimes differ, and that's due to the fees. You'll pay fees for trading, and these vary depending on what you're trading and what the maker and taker fees are. Sometimes there's specials on, but it's generally quite low compared to the total profit you could make from the trade. So for me, I'm not too worried about it. And that's pretty much it. And that is as easy as it is to put on trades. Now, the hardest part about trading is actually trading. Putting the trades on, using all the configurations in BloFin, really simple. They've made it nice and easy. They've got rid of a lot of noise that other exchanges have, and they've just made it nice and clean. So it's really easy to monitor your trades, to put on more trades, whatever you want to do. So we will let this run for a few days, see how we get on, and I am recording this just before the FOMC, so I might get wiped out in a matter of minutes. But that was just an example of how easy it is to place trades, trade futures on BloFin. Now, because of this, we get asked for trading signals all the time. When to go long, when to go short, what to buy, what not to buy, and position size. But like we said, trading is complex, and a lot of it comes down to an individual's risk tolerance. So because of this, we sought out the best copy traders in the business, and we found Quantoshi. Copy trading basically means that you follow along with someone else's trades. You don't touch it. All you have to do is deposit some money in your BloFin account and let them do the rest. They'll enter trades, they'll exit trades, they'll take profit, they'll set a stop loss, and effectively they'll just make you money in the background without you ever having to do anything. Now, we have dabbled with copy trading in the past. Deck has actually produced a few videos on his copy trading experience previously, because on the face of it, some of these percentages look amazing, and you think, well, 428% in 30 days looks amazing. But when you actually dive into the data, you can see that actually overall, this trader is not profitable. They've got a 50% win rate, which seems decent, but when you look at the graph, it's based on 1 or 2 lucky trades. Are they consistent over the long run? Who knows? Because when you go here, they have actually hidden all the information from potential copiers. So people get lured in by these massive percentages. On top of this, sometimes these percentages are based off $4 or $5 trades. Well, if you're depositing $1,000, you don't want the same risk tolerance as someone only risking $5. And that's why we found Quantoshi. So while we began following Quantoshi in February, we've actually been speaking to them for a while, testing their bot, watching their results, which they've had going for a long time, and speaking with the founders, because a lot of these traders on centralized exchanges that do copy trading are faceless. They're undoxed, you don't know who they are, you never meet them, and you never really hear anything about them. With Quantoshi, we've met them a few times, we've done an interview with the founders, and they have years of trading experience. But as you can see, they're also steady, and that's why it's called Quantoshi CC Steady. It's steady passive income. They have almost a 71% win rate, but that's out of 175 trades, so it's consistent. And as you can see from this chart, while it is up and to the right, it just slowly grinds up higher and higher. And that's kind of what you want when you're talking about compounding passive income. You can see over the last 7 days, they've got 11% success rate, and they're in a decent bit of profit at the moment as well. You can also see how many are following, AUM, and you can go into all their data. Nothing is hidden from the public. At the moment, they are averaging 98% annualized return on investment. That means that you will double your money if you follow them for 12 months. But there is a catch with that. We have been in terrible market conditions for the majority of 2025. So since we started following them in February, the market has been terrible. We've not had a significant uptrend. We've had loads of chop sideways, and we've had the worst liquidation event in crypto history. If you're new to crypto, at the start of April, we had the worst liquidation event in crypto's history. That beat even the FTX collapse. At the same time, the stock market was absolutely hemorrhaging money, down 10, 20%, and the entire world was going crazy because of Trump's tariffs. But during that period, Quantoshi has still been able to produce significant results. And even despite the massive drawdown in the stock market, in crypto and Bitcoin, we have saw Quantoshi deliver consistent results. What makes it even more exciting is we are just about to go into an uptrend phase. So the interesting thing about Quantoshi is they actually have more than one strategy, but it's all controlled by programs. It's all algorithms. It's not human intervention. So basically, they have a sideways chop portfolio, which is just designed to deliver consistent results and minimize risk. When we go into a proper uptrend, that's when they really put their foot on the gas and try to make as much money as possible. In November, on their own portfolio, when they went into the bull trend between the Trump election and the start of December, they made 350% returns in that period. So, as we click into a bull run phase right now, we are very excited for what comes soon. And I do expect this number here, this 98.5%, to be much higher in the coming months. Now, just to highlight this point, I wanted to flip over a Bitcoin chart just to show you the conditions that Quantoshi has been operating in. The pink circle is when we started following them. So you can see a bit of a negative day, but we started following the algorithm then. We had a bit of chop up and then a massive liquidation event. A lot of chop sideways, more liquidation events, and eventually the low for the year was put in at $74,000. So meanwhile, the crypto market is drawing down, there's massive liquidation events, altcoins are getting absolutely destroyed, and everybody is worried about their portfolio. The Quantoshi bot just continues to deliver consistent results. And as we can see from this chart, it's up and to the right. It's slow grinding upwards, but it compounds to make huge passive income gains. And you can look into any statistic you want. They have everything on show. The best thing about copy trading with BloFin is it's super easy to do. All you have to do is sign up with our link, which is in the description of this video, and then copy Quantoshi CC Steady. There's a search bar, you just type it in and you click follow. At that point, all you need is $500 in your account, and that will allow you to follow along with the trades. Now, I said at the start, you can make $500 per week in passive income following this algorithm. That's based on a $20,000 account, and that's exactly what our account currently sits at. We'll be posting our results, and we fully expect to achieve this 10% per month, if not more, especially in an uptrend. But we'll post our results, full transparency, and everyone can follow along. Now, for me, the beauty of Quantoshi and the copy trading is the fact that I am majority holding altcoins, which means during this period from the 18th of February when we started following them, all through this period, my entire portfolio is basically down. At best, it's sideways, but there's been very little positive price action during this time. However, over that time, Quantoshi has managed to deliver positive income for me, even though my altcoin bag is down significantly. So for me, it's a great form of diversification. It's a way of earning money even in a downtrend or a sideways trend, and it allows me to increase my holdings while my altcoins maybe struggle. Overall, BloFin, great platform, and Quantoshi CC Steady is a great option for those traders that don't really have time to be focused on charts and trade themselves, but want some exposure to the volatility in crypto. We will continue to bring you videos to update you on the success of the Quantoshi bot. We've also got an interview uploaded on YouTube that is an interview with the founders, so hear what they've got to say, learn about their experience, and just give yourself a bit of confidence in who you're following with a piece of your hard-earned capital. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed that, and we will be back with many more videos coming very soon. Thanks very much for tuning in, and make sure to sign up to BloFin with the link in description below.